Hi guys, Nicholas here from the Southern
Hi.
Islands, together with Boss Thomas from Goodness Gracious
Hi.
Games, and they will open a case of a new set, and this time it's Lost Origin.
Yes, Lost Origin.
Finally, I've been like waiting
Yes.
for so long for these like new cards,
I
but since
mean,
after
the
Worlds
meta a bit
already.
stale for the last few
Yeah,
months.
we need something to freshen it up, and Lost Origin is a lot of fantastic, useful Pokemon. So we're gonna talk about it. But if you want to look, just like get straight into the box, the case opening, in fact, you can just forward to the timestamp below. But let's just look at the useful Pokemon that's in Lost
Yeah.
Origin. Okay,
Okay.
so we have a selection of some really useful Pokemon here. I think the key
As
is
not very
that the
expensive lah.
whole. Sorry?
That we are looking for cards that are not like the big hits first. So
Yeah.
like the useful cards that you might miss out.
For sure, for sure. Especially the
Yeah.
common, some of these common cards that might be bulk. I think you don't bulk it yet. Keep it aside.
Yeah.
Definitely players will be looking for these cards lah.
Yes.
I think we can start with the first on the top left. Something that I'm very excited about. Drapion V.
Mm.
So it's a great. It's a darkness type Pokemon that can be fit into any deck. It was like Pokemon saw this card. I think you just look at the podcast that we talked about Lost Origins set before.
Mhm.
When we saw this card, like I think when Pokemon was designing this card, they were like, oh, we really hate Mew VMAX.
I feel it isn't just to like target movie max, but I feel
For
like it's
sure.
really helpful against like even like Inteleon engine. Okay
Yeah.
lah, single strike like a bit nobody play already lah. But like Inteleon, you do the,
Keep
you
calling turn
find all
one.
your keep calling, come out. Then this guy can just randomly walk in and just hit you.
That's
So
what
I think it's pretty
exactly.
good.
If your
Yeah,
opponent like turn one, like do keep calling, come out three, Sobble, bye bye lah the Arceus.
yeah. And I feel like the attack cost is not at the worst because it's all colorless, so it can be splashed into any decks.
Exactly. I think that's the best
Mm.
part about this card. So definitely look out and
Yeah.
definitely put aside this card for sure. The
Mm.
V Star is like neither here nor there, but I really really like the
But
V
you
lah.
don't really need the V star. I think the V is like more important.
I think you mentioned boss when we were opening the case, that if you combo this card with the
Mhm.
Radiant Heatran from the last set,
Yeah.
like be some like godlike card, right? Like you do I think 420 damage. Because when you
Yeah.
hit when so it's just to explain a bit. The JPion's attack cost reduces for every rapid strike, single strike, or fusion strike Pokemon your opponent has. But you need to pick one of your Pokemon hit 60 damage. So Radiant Heatran is the best thing to hit 60 damage on.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like yeah, you just need to plant the damage somewhere. And why don't you plant it on something that like actually is a plus you know? So
Exactly.
yeah.
I think next is the Gudra, the card that looks like
Mm.
very depressed and sad for some reason.
I mean that would be your opponent when you play.
Oh damn, yeah, that's true. She's showing
Yeah.
it's showing your opponent's
It,
face.
I feel it's a pretty good card. It just is like it's not the big cards,
Mm.
but I feel like it might be a good showing with this card.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very defensive minded card. So its main attack does 200 damage, as you can see. But during your opponent's next turn, it takes 80 less damage. Then when combined with the supporter card Fantina, which we'll talk about later, this thing was like a tank. It's just gonna sit there and soak
Yeah.
up damage.
And the lake and the lake and lake from this set,
Oh,
the
the
new
Lake of
stadium.
Acuity.
Yes.
This is
So
another 20 damage, right?
yeah.
My god, it's
So
insane.
I feel
This
it's
card
pretty
like
good.
can in potentially reduce up to 220 damage each turn.
Yeah. So it's like you can just sit there and just hit and maybe do some like minor healing or something. And even if you play like the Radiant Gardevoir, which is you're gonna say next, you're gonna minus another 20 less damage from opponent's Pokemon V. So it's like you reduce a lot of damage. You probably
Yep.
can like eat 0 damage from some attacks.
And I think the best part is that even when it does finally take takes damage, you can just use the
Mm.
Vista power and just heal all the damage.
You can heal it, you can use Coke, you can use like Hyper Potion because you will use Mirage Gate can get the energy back. So I feel it's a pretty good card.
Correct. Yeah. Speaking of Mirage Gate, so Mirage Gate is the new engine of the Lost
Yeah.
Origin set, which revolves around the Lost Zone and a lot of Lost Zone related Pokemon. I think the first that we'll talk about here is Delphox V. It's a card I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to, but I think it has potential in maybe a single price Lost Zone
Yeah,
deck.
it's like it helps you in a bit. It's not like a game ender kind of attack. maybe in some cases it will be. I feel like sometimes people don't look at these smaller Vs lah. Yeah, so I think their force will be quite good.
Yeah, I think the second attack is the one that's it's a spotlight here. For 2/5/1 colors, you can do 120 damage. Then put 2 energy cards, touch this Pokemon in the Lost Zone, which helps if you needing cards in the Lost Zone. And then if they can also do another 120 damage to one opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's like a rapid strike Urshifu, essentially.
Yeah, it's like the rapid shot Urshifu. Yeah.
If you put in the scope, then you can shoot a bench 150. Quite insane, I tell you. I think this card.
Quite insane because you can pair this up with the Saber, which is down there. Then you can like put damage everywhere. You know, try to end the game. So I think it's pretty good.
You also have like Magma Basin, so you can like charge warmer energy easier.
Yeah, then maybe you play Radiant Charizard with it. So it's like, yeah. I feel it's a card that shouldn't sleep on. I feel.
I think a lot of potential this card. I think we'll definitely see. Keep an eye on this card for the future, lah, for sure.
Yeah.
Next is Radiant. There are 3 Radiant Pokemon in this set, but the one that really stands out is Radiant Gardevoir. If only for its ability that as long as it's in play, all your Pokemon take 20 less damage from opponent's Pokemon V.
Yeah, it's really like it really screws up people's attack.
Yeah,
so,
it messes
like,
up
example,
numbers.
Like Mew, right? They really need the perfect number to hit because like you need to pump with the power tablet or this. You know? So it's like once this thing is there, it just screws up all the attack numbers. So it's like wow, it's quite devastating this time.
Yeah, especially like if you're playing like Palkia, for example. Palkia both side full bench 260, so you full choice belt 290. But like putting that Gardevoir there, it drops down to 270. It really like so crazy. This card is very very good.
Yeah, there's some attacks that you need to use. You know, sometimes they use like a one prizer Pokemon to do like a weakness attack to just hit just nice.
Yeah.
Or there's something or whatever they like not one prizer, as in like a 2 prizer. They just I try to hit this VMAX for just nice the damage. But with the Gardevoir there, it can stop lah. So like, you know, I don't know lah. Like it really screws up numbers. Yeah. So like I feel it's really good. You know, like I feel like there was a few decks that I saw they were like playing the dogs, like the Entei, Suicune, right, Raikou.
Or to try and counter like everyone's
with the Arceus. So like with those they are very like number sensitive, I feel. So with this Radiant Gardevoir there, it kind of stops them.
Yeah, imagine this card with the Gudra Vstar we were talking earlier.
Yeah, so it's like you will just stop lah. You will just like, you know,
very,
just the
very
opponent will
insane.
just scratch their head. Yeah.
Okay, next we have Clefairy, another psychic type in the deck. So this is the card I've been like looking forward to since Mewtwo V-Star came out. As long as it's in the active spot, you can search a deck for a psychic energy and attach it to each of your bench Clefairy. So like if you have 4 on the board, maybe if you got 3 bench Clefairy on the board, they each get 1 psychic energy. Then if you manage to retreat, you can and come on the next Clefairy, you can do it again. Because like once during a turn, it only means that 1 Clefairy alone.
Yeah, I feel the card is not bad. Yeah.
Really, really like this card, so I like can't wait to try it out lah. The attack also is like reminds me of Shadow Rider.
Shadow Rider, yeah.
Just 20 damage for
like
every second energy.
This card can be worked in like a Shadow Rider deck also.
Yeah, it's like you got a good single prizer.
Yeah, because like a definition of good single prizer is you don't need. It's like it doesn't have a lot of burden. So like, I feel this card doesn't have a lot of burden. So I feel it's good.
Okay, next up we have a card that reminds us of Kenway.
Oh yeah, the Snorlax guy.
Yeah, so I think this might be one of the strongest Snorlax that we've seen in like recent sets. So its ability prevents all attack effects of attacks, which is quite good already. But for 3 colorless, it does 180 damage for basic Pokemon, which is not a V. Quite crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy.
Quite crazy.
It's like even like with powerful energy, you know, and a choice belt, you might be able to kill something, you know.
Yeah, 210 hits a lot of Vs.
Yeah.
So the only bad part about it is that it goes straight to sleep, and then you need to flip 2 heads to wake up. Then there's also this new item in the set which allows
you to attack even when you're asleep or paralyzed. Right?
Yeah, you can still attack.
Yeah.
So this Snorlax becomes like some tank with the like.
Yeah, it's pretty good because usually like this kind of one prizer, like this kind of Snorlax, or the last time the common dies one, you're just there for like a 1 turn and you use it and you just let it die lah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
correct.
like I feel like it doesn't really have the like very big like drawbacks. You know, like, oh, even if you fall asleep, or just kill it off. So even if the person say, okay, I don't want to kill this Snorlax, I want to kill something at your back. What's the most at the moment it switches back to the bench and it comes back, it resets again. Then it hits you again. Yeah, so I feel it's pretty good.
Really, really like this card as well. Okay, next we have the Return of Rain Dance. The combination
very
here is with
specific Rain
both
Dance.
Duke. Huh?
A very specific rain dance.
Yes, very specific
Yeah.
Rain Dance. Only works
Yeah.
with Pokemon that swim freely. So we are
Yeah.
talking about both the Dugong on the bottom left and Finneon. So we start with Finneon first. So Finneon has an ability that allows you to attach as many water energy as you like from your hand to a Pokemon with the swim freely attack. So there are 3 Pokemon in the set with swim freely, including Finneon's evolution. But they're all, but the best of all of them is Dugong.
Yeah.
So Dugong's swim freely is basically a 10 damage. If flip hits, you can not get damage. That's the a bit the nonsense lah. But the real like tank is that the Dugong has a second attack for 2 colors energy, 40 times damage for. She can shuffle any number of water energy from any of your Pokemon. So it's not just on the Dugong. You can just put 2 there. You can just charge another Dugong in the back maybe, and then you can just like if you need like to do 300 damage, 320 damage, then you just take 8 water energy, shuffle in, perfect. Plus it's a 1-prizer.
So like why it's good, right? It's because like you shuffle back the water energy is in your deck. So the moment you need to attack again, all you need to do is try to empty your hand. Maybe you play a Bibarel and draw to 5. You attach, then you have another Bibarel, then draw to 5 again. So you can like potentially put another 8 energy on the field and just hit again.
Especially in the near late game after you like manage to like discard all the cards you don't really need already.
Yeah, it's like last time there was this Gyarados from Sun and Moon. It was like the water purification or something like that. It's similar attack. Yeah. So I feel it's pretty good.
And with this Finneon, I think it makes it more insane. Like if you could look at the Finneon's text correctly, the Finneon can charge the swim freely Pokemon anywhere. Even if the swim freely Pokemon is in the active and the Finneon's in the bench. Okay, next up is the Lost Zone package, right? 4 Pokemon that make up the core of the Lost Zone package that are Gold Vstar and Giratina Vstar, which is like I think everybody knows is the most wanted card in the set. Yeah.
The poster boy.
Yeah. Okay, so we start with the Cramorant. The Cramorant is a support kind of like, I mean, it's the single prizer of the whole single prize attacker, because it has an ability that if you have 4 cards aboard your Lost Zone, the attack is free and the attack does 110 damage. Only bad part is not the attack cannot hit weakness lah, but still 100 damage is a lot of damage. Then next we have the Sableye as well.
I feel the attack itself is good because it's in between, like before you can set up, because the Lost Zone takes a while to set up. So I feel it's like an early game attacker.
Yeah, like if you start with the Comfys, getting rid of some of the Lost Zone. We talk about Comfy in a bit. So start the Comfy, put some cards in the Lost Zone, should be about 4. Then the Cramorant can like punch a V that might be a V-Star or V-Max later for 110.
To set up the attack. Yeah.
Then anyone else could finish it off. So the next card, which for some reason I hear is only like 1 or 2 in a case, the Sableye. So rare. This one is a bit more tougher to make it work. You need 10 cards in your Lost Zone, but if you manage to do so for only 1 psychic energy, you can put 12 damage counters anywhere you want.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good game ender.
Manaphy doesn't matter. Just throw the damage counters at Manaphy and let it explode as well.
Yeah, just throw it lah, because usually they will try to protect themselves lah.
Yep.
From so I think it's pretty good.
Like you can imagine now, like I put the 12 damage counters, kill off the Manaphy. When the 5 damage counters I put on somewhere, so I can set up for the Delphox to do the Rapid Strike 120, 120.
Yeah, the 130. So I feel it's pretty good.
I really like the Sableye. And then we have the Banette. Not so common yet, but it definitely a card to keep in mind. Because the stage 1, its ability is that you can put this card and its basic Pokemon that evolve in form to the Lost Zone, and then you just take back a supporter from your discard pile. So it's like a VS Seeker. And you put 2 cards into your Lost Zone.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I feel it's pretty good. Yeah, it's like it's a card that doesn't work in a full Lost Zone deck. It's a card that's like supposed to, support other decks. That like I feel this card is pretty good maybe in the Gudra deck.
Yes, for sure.
Because you can take back the Fantina and just keep using. So I feel like
And
You
you're
know?
putting cards into the lost zone as well. You're helping yourself.
Yeah, it's helping yourself. Yeah, so I feel it's pretty. So you don't need such a heavy supporter count in the deck. Instead, you
Yep.
can just use the net. Yeah.
Yep. Then the lost zone package, and the most important card of the lost zone package is Comfy.
Yeah.
You usually
The
want to start with this
Jirachi
guy
of the
lah.
Lost Zone. Yeah. Yeah.
You look at top two cards of your deck, take one, put in your hand, the other one throw the lost zone. Then rinse and repeat by using escape rope, switch, scoop up net, and do that as many times as you can.
It's just like Jirachi. It's the Jirachi lah.
It's the Jirachi. It's like the
Yeah.
Mew or Mew celebrations as well.
Yeah, but luckily it's only a rare, so it's not so hard to find.
Yeah, not so hard to find. For some reason, Sableye is even more difficult to find than this card.
Yeah, the Sableye is follow up, so it will be hard to find.
So yeah, this is the card that the cards that you're definitely going to be seeing more in shops lah, for sure.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But the thing is, this lost package can be played with a lot of different things. So I feel like there's room to grow.
Yep. Then the last of the cards that we are highlighting here that you may not be like taking a second look at, Hisuian Arcanine. So
Yeah.
we've been talking about it, I think, for the longest time. I think for months when we first saw it as well. If you have no cards in your hand, this card can attack for free, 150 damage. 160 damage total.
Yeah, it's the Granbu. It's like the but I think it has a better typing. I feel like
Yeah, Granbull at the time
Fighting,
was
I think.
fairy, right?
the Granbu was a fairy. Yeah,
Yeah, so now
I
we have
think
a fighting type which is
every
better.
era there's this kind of attackers lah. The look mom no hands attacker. So I feel it's good lah.
Definitely can keep in mind for like the future.
Yeah, actually because like you play this and maybe you can play like the Radiant Harucha. You can do some attack, here and there. So I feel can try. I think it's a deck that's like when you want to just start on the game and you don't really know what to play. I feel it's a good deck to play.
And a lot of like the world champion Pokemon Arceus is also big to fighting, so you got one guy right here that can like
Yeah,
make it for hit.
and they're cutting out Dunsparce.
Because a lot of
like-
decks are gonna done sparse, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel the Arcanine might not be a top tier deck, but I
Yeah.
feel like it will like just come out from nowhere and just hit, take a few kills.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the top trainer cards in the set. There's a lot of useful trainers that will definitely change the meta here. As usual, for a new set, we have 2 stadium cards. So my
Yes.
favorite is the Lost City. Yes. So the Lost City is I would say an anti-single prizer card, probably. When you knock out a Pokemon, either yours or your opponent's one get knocked out, either one, it goes in the lost zone instead of the discard pile.
Yeah, I see. I can potentially see this in a Mew VMAX deck.
Yeah. Like they
Yeah,
usually
because,
Movie
like,
is a hard time
yeah.
against single prizes.
Yeah, because like usually like the single prizer is very annoying because like you have to just kill it off. Like for example, like a Regigigas, there's a potential to come back and just kill you. So maybe if you got this Lost City in the early game, you try to boss out with your Meloretta,
Yep.
and you just kill the Reggie off. Then it's pretty good lah.
Yeah, so they only play like I believe two of each Veggie. So if you can get rid of 2 of them to the lost zone, then
And it's like
the whole deck stuck already.
the whole deck's not really
So do you think like I should like if you play Mew, should you play 1, 2, maybe 3?
I think you'll probably still play 2 Rose Tower and 1 Lost City. And I don't feel because sometimes Mew need the extra little push. Like maybe like the Pokestop or this. They need a little bit of push. They cannot like just total like Arceus, you just put something to stop the opponent.
Yellow.
Yeah. So I feel it's good. It's like you don't need to pay for it.
Yeah. That's what I like about this card as well.
Yeah.
Okay, next is the other stadium. We talked about it earlier with Gudra Vstar, Lake Equity. So Pokemon with water or fighting energy attached take 20 less damage from opponent's Pokemon attacks.
Yeah. It's just a wall lah. It's a wall stadium. So I think in every era there will have some of these kind of like wall stadiums. So I feel it's not bad, but it will be only played in a certain kind of decks lah.
Yeah, Gudra Vstar.
You see, like even if you play like in Arceus, like a straight Arceus with like Sharon's Care, and you play water base and you use like Melanie or whatever and you charge it, so I feel it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I think that it's just like how we're talking about Radiant Gardevoir earlier. That 20 damage can put in a lot of work.
Yeah, because like you have 30 damage, then with a big charm, you know. Then with the Radiant Gardevoir, your Arceus is like 300 plus, or if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
difficult to kill.
Big
Yeah.
tank.
Then you hit one time, then your bench you attack already, so your bench Arceus V is already charged. Next turn you Sharon can take back, evolve again, come out, hit again. Then it's another wall to hit. That how many walls can you hit through non-stop? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah. I think this is a card to look up for. Yeah.
It probably will make you lose fans lah, but oh well.
I mean, lose friends, win game. I'll choose win game.
True. Let's go
Yeah.
into the supporter line. There are some really great supporters in this set. Fantina, as we were talking about earlier. So for Fantina, reduces damage, 120 less damage from like opponent's Pokemon V, but it doesn't protect just one Pokemon. It protects all of your Pokemon,
Yeah.
which is why I
So
like.
it's
But
really
the
funny.
fact is that you get 10 cards in the lost zone lah.
Yeah. It's
Which can
really
be a
hard.
stretch.
For me, I feel the 10 cards is a bit hard because like if you don't play a full loss package, sometimes it might be a bit hard. So I feel if you are not playing a loss package and you only can play like maybe Chorus, which is coming up next. So, maybe you should play Lost City with it. So at least when your thing die, it can help you fuel the Fantina.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, next is the Culver's Experiment, which is another
Yeah.
key Lost Zone card. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck, take 3 of them, put in your hand, the other 2 you throw into the Lost Zone.
I always feel like if the numbers were reversed, it would be better.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like you can't have like everything.
If you can take 2 and put 3 in Lost Zone instead, right? I think
Yeah,
that'll be
I feel like you by having drawing like putting only 2, right, it makes the Lost Zone package not as good. I feel it kind of slows down a bit lah.
yeah, like seeing like we've been like playtesting a lot of Giratina. Recently I've seen players playing with Giratina, and like it's so hard to get those cards in the Lost Zone.
Yeah, so like getting 4 is fine because you can switch comfy and you do a chorus. That's only if you go second
Yeah.
and you are able to have a Cramoran down and like 2 comfies. You know, you need to have like everything. Then you can first turn use the Cramoran to hit 1 time.
Yeah.
But if you go first,
Tough.
like in a mirror match, right? I feel like the guy going first, right, is so slow. And he
He's
can't really catch up.
disadvantage already. You only can maybe take like two
So
cards in the
the
Lost
only
Zone.
way is to the only way is to nut the Giratina and just evolve the Giratina and just use the Giratina to chase back the Lost Zone. If not, it's just
Yeah.
I feel it's a bit hard. Yeah.
Maybe hopefully in the next set they might like consider putting more cards in more Lost Zone package
Yeah.
cards. But
Yeah,
who
I
knows,
feel
like,
like
usually
it's
around
done
this
yet.
time they probably won't, I think.
Yeah, because I feel the Lost package isn't done yet. It's a bit like 70%, 80% done.
I think like
feels
how
like
Rapid Strike and Single Strike were, like we keep seeing more Rapid Strike and Single Strike than like another 2 sets later as well.
Yeah, I feel it's like that lah. So currently, I feel like Tina is good, but to really fuel to like really go fast, right? You really need to play Lost City. You know, play everything. Then you can like try to get up to 10. Then where all your Fantina can use. And yeah,
Okay, the next supporter and the last supporter we were talking about here is Thornton. You read the card. It might not look very good, but trust me, this card in its past life it was called a Ninja Boy, and that card was quite good as well. Choose a basic Pokemon in this card pile and switch it around your basic Pokemon in play. So any like it and the same condition, like if, how many turns in play it was, if you had any special conditions or whatever, it all like remained on the new Pokemon. I really like this card though, but the timing to play it is like that's the quite key part lah.
yeah. But the thing is, it can really like save you sometimes because like some of your Pokemon, like after it gets damaged, then it might just die. But you can go up to a V star or go to a V, and maybe you can do something lah. You know, yeah.
Or like you can like maybe escape, like say you're playing Crobat heavy, then you can escape they can use Thornton, move the Crobat away, become a Bidoof instead.
Yeah, I feel it's like it really changes the game.
Yeah. Or if I think like in the most use case now, if you're playing a 2 different kind of V attacker, and you try to put both of them down, and your opponent picks off one of them because they start first maybe, so you can return with Thornton if you need the other V put the other V back in the board, and it counts as if it was still there from the previous turn. So then you can
So
evolve
you can
and
attack
attack.
immediately.
Yeah, really like Thornton. Just that like the I think with Thornton is something like, for me lah personally, it feels like a shovel in that, you know, it's a good card if you have it in your hand at the right time. Or like when early game you
Yeah,
have
so
it, you're like
I
staring at
feel
it.
Totten is a card that's supposed to be played in like a Intellion.
When you can pick out that card when you need it.
Yeah, you can just pick it out lah, because you can't play 4 copy of that thing. What you want to do with the Tottens in your head? You know?
Exactly. Waste
Yeah.
them with a quick ball, lor, but really wasted lah.
A bit wasted. Yeah.
Let's go into the item cards of the set. There are a number of great. There's we're talking about 2 items in here, but let's go first to the first one on the left, which is the damage pump. OG's favorite card. You take 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon and move them up to 2 lah. You can move them anyway. Like the key reason to have this card is for Zoroark Vstar. Because Zoroark Vstar's damage cap increases based on how many Pokemon you have with damage counters. So combined with the Gengar from this set, which is able to revive from the discard pile and put 3 damage counters on it, then you can use this item card to move the damage to another Pokemon, therefore spreading damage all over your board and letting your Zoroark hit for the max 300.
Yeah, because I feel it's quite funny, because like in some case, right, like you can even do like weird things, like, you know, because there was a stadium that you can heal Metal and Dragon Pokemon from now.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so like maybe you can do this, move it to like a Metal Pokemon, and
And heal.
you know, I feel, yeah, like people do something weird lah.
Yeah, because again, like we'll keep, like you just mentioned, we're mentioning for the 3rd time now, that 2 damage, right, can mean like knockout or not knockout.
Yeah. So like, for example, you move a damage counter from a Pokemon to the Mewtwo V Union, then the Mewtwo V Union heal.
Yeah,
So
insane.
you like, yeah, it's insane lah. I feel it's a good card. Yeah.
Definitely one to keep in mind. Before we go to the next trainer, let's look at Gift Energy. So that's the special energy of this set. It provides colorless energy when attached, and if the Pokemon that this card attached to is docked out, you draw until you have 7. So it's that
Lucky Egg.
Yeah, it's Lucky Egg in energy form.
Yeah, energy form. But I feel it's good lah.
Yeah,
It's like, after Lucky Egg rotates, this might be the card for the one prizer story, you know, that kind of deck. You know,
correct.
like, yeah, it's you will definitely see in a certain British players deck.
You know, this card is definitely going to be auto included as well in a Blissey V deck for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, if you're Blissey V players, you definitely want to look for 4 of these lah.
Yeah.
And the last item card.
Second last.
Sorry?
Second last. That's the Lost Vacuum, right?
Yeah, so the last card is Lost Vacuum. The card that I'm very interested in. Put a card from your hand to the Lost Zone to play this card. So you got to like discard 1 card from your hand lah, somewhat lah. Choose either a Pokemon tool card or stadium card in play, which is yours or your opponent's, and put in the Lost Zone. Love this card a lot. Finally, we have a field blower in standard format.
Yeah, it's a field blower, right? But the thing is, right, it sometimes helps in the certain weird matchups. Like, for example, like Mew.
Yeah.
You just want to clear a dead card in your hand.
Yeah.
You can just vacuum. You can just vacuum the card off. You know, you can vacuum your own stadium, play the stadium again. Then effectively you lose 3 cards in the hand.
Yes. I would love it, because like there are times where, you know, you already have 4 energy, like for players as a Mew VMAX player, you already have 4 Fusion Strike energy on the board, and then you have this like Elisa stuck in your hand, you can't get rid of it, and then now we have this Lost Vacuum who can help you get rid of that card.
Yeah, it's like, I feel it's a much needed, like, how to say, like a much needed thing.
And they don't have to rely so much on Pumpkaboo. Now you can use Lost Vacuum to get rid of your opponent's path.
I think I wouldn't play Pumpkaboo already if I'm a Mew player. I would just play this instead.
I'll just smash this Lost Vacuum into the deck.
Yeah. Yeah, just smash it. Just give just, you know.
Yeah, it's just, this card is really, I think this is a godsend that Mew VMAX needs to like come back again in the meta probably. I won't be surprised if I see Mew VMAX have a good showing at the regional league lah. Okay. This card, if you're playing a Lost Zone package, you gotta play this card. This is Beast. If you're an old player, this is Beast Wing. So with Mirage Gate, you need to have 7 cards in your Lost Zone. Then you can search for 2 different types of basic energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Really
It's
love this card. This is sick. This is crazy. This makes Giratina and Gudra Vstar strong. Especially for Gudra Vstar, like because you Gudra Vstar, you're not rushing to take knockouts. You're just holding your position. Gives you a lot of
so
time for you to get the 7 cards in your lost zone and then pump the
hmm,
energy that you need in this card and then hit for 200.
by printing this, right, it really backs the developers into a corner because any dragon deck might be playable now.
Yep. Yep. All the dragon decks now can rely on lost zone engine.
Yeah,
Or
because
even
like
the old amazing Pokemon that had to use all kind of
yeah,
funky energy to play.
is like yeah, when they created this, they just just open the gates to all the weird decks that you're gonna see next time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
get ready for amazing rare Reshiram to come back.
Definitely. Or maybe a random amazing rare Yveltal.
Oh yeah, auto knockout.
Yeah.
Waiting to see someone like try to break the meta and try to bring back Erasing. Maybe
Definitely. Because it's like a one pricer, you don't lose much anyways. So
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, let's wrap up this look at the set with the big hits and our TG cards from the set. The big hits, of course, the poster boy of this set, Giratina V and Giratina Vstar. Okay, we're also gonna talk about Giratina V because it has a sweet looking alternate art. My god, that card looks so good. The
It's
art
damn
is so
cool.
nice. And
Yeah.
it also has a shred, which is crazy. They gave this V a shred. 160 grass psychic
160
colors.
damage rate.
Yeah, 160 damage shred. So we're like, huh? You have a stage 2 shred? Pass away lah. Give you a
Can you
shred.
imagine if they play like the memory energy or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your Tina can use the shred after when he goes to a V-Star.
Yes.
It's like
Exactly.
yeah.
This is crazy.
So
I mean,
it's
they
crazy.
really made this V very useful. The first attack, if you have to use it, I think you're quite behind lah. But it's interesting lah. You can look at top 4 cards, take 2 in your hand, the other 2 in the lost zone. It's like a little bit stronger comfy lah. But you're wasting an attack lah.
I mean, the Pokemon, this kind of thing is always like that one. They always their V always like try to help you set up. You know.
The first attack usually for like 1 colorless or one
Yeah,
energy
usually
type.
like a one colors when you're like the rule the region type
Yeah.
of attack.
Rule the region, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then the king himself comes in the gold card, they said, Giratina Vstar. For 280 damage, grass, psychic, colorless. Then take 2 energy, attach to any of your Pokemon and put in the lost zone. Take note that it says energy, not energy card. So you can even take a double turbo or rapid strike energy, attach to one of your Pokemon and throw it in the lost zone. If
Crazy.
you really
It's
do.
crazy.
And it hits for
It's
280,
crazy, like-
which is the number that they've created for Vstar.
Wrong with these people. Like just use a twin energy attached to one of your one prizer and you can just throw it away.
Yeah, that's why I think the only thing that Giratina Vstar is weak with is that the engine's slightly slower compared to something like Palkia.
It's
for
more
example.
bricky.
Yeah,
It's more bricky. Yeah. So
but if the
I
stars
think
align,
at
you can
work-
get 7 cards in
Yeah.
your lost zone by the second turn, then you're all in already.
yeah, it's either you play that or you just bite the bullet and play like the grass base. Then,
Yeah, I've also seen decks try to play in Leafeon V so that they could get a turn 1 charge using the Leafeon V's ability.
yeah.
So that's maybe one way to like charge the V-Star lah early on. The other like card that I think many people weren't looking so highly on it, but after seeing it in action, I really love
It can
this
be
card as well.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, I like this more than Tina,
Yeah.
to be honest.
After seeing
Because,
it's like
As
so
someone that
fast
always
and
deck
quick.
builds, I feel like it can be like put into a lot of different decks.
So
So
there's
I feel it's not bad.
Exactly. So we are talking about Zorak V-Star. It's finally back. The Zorak. This time it's doing. It's also counting Pokemon like it did is when it was in it was GX. But this one does 50 damage for each of your Pokemon and any damage counters on it. So it counts itself. So you have a total max of 300. If you're playing a double turbo energy, then it's 280 lah. But 280 is every V-Star HP. So this card is quite insane. And you think that it's difficult to get damage counters on all your Pokemon, but it's not.
It's not
Because
hard.
You have
It's like
you have that
Game Job
pump
Bro.
earlier, the pump.
The pump, the game job, bro.
Yeah, give Job Box
Yeah.
Stadium from the previous
I
set,
know, right?
which puts 2 damage counters on the Pokemon that you from your
Single
hand
strike
you put down to the
on two.
bench. And you're playing single strike, you got Houndoom.
Yeah, there was this Aggron that like you can attack and put 10 damage counter to each of your bench Pokemon. So it's like, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, there's so
don't know,
many ways to like
Pokemon
put
cards.
damage
there's
counters
like,
on your
ways to
Pokemon.
play. Yeah, and like there's like some attacks that put damage counter on yourself. Like for example, the Galarian Moltres V.
Yeah. So like I
Yeah.
feel like we don't look down on Zoroark Vstar. I think this is a card that might be the surprise hit for regional league. Plus for only
Yeah.
2 colorless energy. What kind of this card is crazy. This card is really crazy.
It's crazy. Like powerful energy on it. You know, the capture energy works on it also.
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy. It's like the people say like, oh, it's not good. It's not good. It's just that you keep focus on Giratina. You never see the Zoroark.
Yeah, while you're not looking, while you're trying to throw cards into the lost zone, the Zoroark Vstar take one knockout already.
Yeah.
And I've seen like we're testing like Zoroark Vstar versus Palkia matchups. I've never seen a 50-50 as close as that. Like, I think who takes the first attack and can constantly keep attacking, well, definitely win the game.
Yeah.
And Zoroark Vstar can definitely do that. Because a lot of reprints, a lot of trainer gallery reprints that we really like. But let's look first at Gengar. The Gengar below there that looks very happy. So this is the Gengar that we are talking about. It comes in a normal version. There's normal holo rare in the set, and there's also it comes in the build and battle as well. So different art there. So you got 3 different arts to pick from. So this is the card that really has come out to support Zoroark Vstar. While this card's in the discard pile, it can be played out onto the bench. So you don't need a Haunter, you don't need a Ghastly. And then when you put it on the bench, it does 30 damage to itself, which is what you want for Zoroark Vstar anyway.
Yeah, so it helps you to pump the attack. So I feel it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like this Gengar. Okay, that's one of the trailer gallery cards. There are a number of really nice trailer gallery cards that we'll be hoping to hit in the case, including the gold color stadium here lah. So boss orders. This Crobat V, I think this is like the 4th different Crobat V that we have now.
So many bets everywhere, man. So like, why?
I mean, it's gonna disappear in January. Like this is a last hurrah. So many Crobat Vs. Charizard, the one with Leon, the one that boosts attack with Leon.
Yes.
No, Leon's. Pikachu looks like the Pikachu V and V-Star, VMAX, sorry. I love
like,
the Pikachu
this set,
VMAX.
there's so many goddamn Pikachus.
Yeah,
like,
this set is really like, really want Pikachu to say. But for me,
it's like a lot of Pikachu, yeah.
yeah, for me, I'm definitely like hoping to replace some of the Mew VMAX in my set with this gold Mew VMAX. Black gold Mew
so
VMAX.
it's very nice. The card itself, the design is very cool.
Yeah, I really like this
the
gold
black,
one.
I really like the black gold version.
Now I'm hoping for next year maybe a trainer gallery version of the Mew VMAX. If they're still continuing trainer galleries lah, I don't know lah.
Careful what you wish for situation here.
Goodbye wallet. Okay, that's all the cards that we want to highlight from Lost Origin. Let's fast forward to the case opening. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.